Will Burnin Brian Ingalls get the Extreme Arena all fired up? Can Stormin Torres rain on his parade? Or will Jumpin McCormack hurdle over both of them and into first place? I'm Mike O'Malley. Welcome to the Extreme Arena. This is Nickelodeon Guts. Do you have it?
It takes a certain kind of person to get the body into the level of precision that brings you to the top. Do you have it? It takes a certain kind of something to keep the heart pumping, something everybody needs to achieve to succeed. You need a lot. Do you have it? Do you have it?
Imagine Emmitt Smith running for a touchdown. He's hit. Fumble! The ball's going somewhere. You're going all around trying to find it. Elastic on your shoulders, elastic on your back, elastic on your bodies. Let's go to Mo for the rules. Mo!
Hello, Mike. At the sound of my whistle, each player will have 45 seconds to recover as many fumbles as possible. Players may grab more than one football at once, and only the footballs in each player's basket will be counted. The player with the most recoveries wins. Players, on your mark, get set.
All right, folks, and so our players heading after those fumbles. Now you see they are pushing and pulling each other. So one of them is going to have the power to drag the other players in the opposite direction. As you see right there, there's Blue with two right there, and I believe Red just scored a couple right there also. Not only do you have to have the strong power and the good reaction time as Blue scores another, but you got to have quick decision-making capabilities. Are you going to throw in the basket, or are you going to go back and dump it in? And Blue with another right there. And Red getting pulled backwards, and there's the throw with Red. Red on the ground with another. Just missing out of the bucket, as you can see. There's Blue. Blue with another. That's Burnin Brian Ingalls. As time runs out, and at the buzzer, you saw Burnin Brian Ingalls laying on the ground. Now, he looked to have quite a few fumble recoveries right there. We'll go to Mo and get our official results. Mo.
In first place was Brian with 6 recoveries, and tied in second place with 2 recoveries each, Stephen and Jenny.
All right, so Brian getting 6 fumbles on that one. Now remember, folks, each player's motion affects the other player. And Brian just staying on his feet right there and getting the ball in the bucket. Excellent work with him. He got first place points. Let's go to Mo and check out our leaderboard. Mo.
Well, Mike, first place in our events is worth 300 points. That goes to Brian in blue. And tied in second place with 200 points each, Stephen in red and Jenny in purple.
Okay, and that is only our first event. We got a whole slew of events. Let's go to Mo and check out our event lineup. Mo!
Well, first up today was the ferocious football event Fumble, and coming up next, we're on the track with Blade Runner. Then we start off the second half with the Space Race 0G, and then it's time for the Guts Classic Slam Dunk. And as always, our last event is the MegaCrag.
And the player with the most points at the end of all of our events is the winner and gets to take home a glowing chunk of our awesome rock. But right now it's time for Brian to spill his guts.
Hi, I'm Burnin Brian Ingalls. When I'm not watching Guts, I enjoy playing hockey, soccer, and swimming.
Our next event, folks, is Guts on Wheels. We call it Blade Runner, and our player is going to be strapping on a pair of these inline skates and making their way around the track and some pretty hairy obstacles. Let's go to Mo for the rules. Mo.
At the sound of my whistles, I only have one, each of our players will race around the track. They must negotiate each obstacle before moving on to the next one, and time penalties will be added for any missed obstacles. Best time wins. On your mark, get set.
Okay, so we'll see what Tony can do. Now, he will be going first. As you can see, he'll be setting the pace for our other players to get through. Makes his way around the slalom. And right now, he goes into this event and goes low underneath the sack attack as he makes his way through the car wash. Also low, he's making great time right now. We'll see if he powers his way across the finish line right there. And a little help from our stunt spotter right there. And we'll go to Mo for the official results. Mo.
Brian clocked in at 20 seconds even.
All right, a little peace sign from him, and he's our leader. Tough time to beat. We'll see what Stephen can do.
On your mark, get set.
All right, well, Stephen's nickname is Stormin Torres. And a torrent of speed as he makes his way underneath the hurdles and going into the sack attack. Goes low, doesn't even hit one, folks. Great form as he makes his way through the car wash. This guy is on fire, making his way over the final obstacle and across the finish line with great time. And he now has the time to beat. Let's go to Mo and see if that's official. Mo.
It is official. Steven clocked in at 19 seconds even.
Hey, Steve, let me grab this guy. He's excited after that finish. Man, I'll tell you, you went through that sack attack. You didn't even touch one as you went under. That was a great strategy. What were you thinking going through that?
Well, I just didn't want to get hit because I thought that would slow me down. Just duck low, glide it under, and that's the way.
All right, that's the way. He's a little bit out of breath. We'll let him catch his breath because our next player is ready to go. Mo.
On your mark, get set.
All right, so we'll see what Jenny can do. Now, Jenny went into this event with 200 points. She was tied with Steven. The time to beat, as you can see, 19 seconds. And let's see if she can make her way around the slalom. No problem right there as she goes through the sack attack. Now, you see as she went through that, she decided not to go low. And we'll see if that affects her time at all. Doesn't look like she's going to get 19 seconds as she comes across and slowed down a little bit as she went across the finish line. A little fall right there, but she's okay. Let's go to Mo and get the official results. Mo.
Jenny clocked in at 22.2 seconds, so that puts Steven in first place, Brian in second place, Jenny in third place.
So very close right here, folks. Only about 2 seconds between our players. But look as Steven powers his way right into the sack attack and not even touching one, splitting his legs, going right through that. Excellent work for him. Let's go to Mo and check out our leaderboard. Mo.
Here it is, Mike. Right now, Brian in blue and Steven in red are tied in first place with 500 points each. And in third place is Jenny in purple with 300 points.
All right, well, that's our first half, folks. Good score so far. All our players still in it. Mike and Mo, halftime show and Zero G coming up. Welcome back to Guts. It's the Mike and Mo halftime show. I'm Mike, she's Mo, and somebody's going to take home a glowing piece of our awesome rock. Been a great competition so far.
Yes, it has. These kids have come to play, Mike.
They have come to play, and we got more stuff coming up for them, but why don't we take a look at some highlights from the first half. Mo.
Yes, a good idea, Mike. Here we go. This is our Fumble event. Very, very tough. It looks easy, but these kids have got to counter every movement that the other player makes. So there we go. You see them on their tummies, scrumming for the ball there. It's a rugby term. On their tummies, scrumming for the ball. That's a big sporting talk.
Blade runner.
Sporting talk. And there she is, bursting through the sack attack. Stays on the track, gets no penalties there, and just zooming through the car wash. But look at our Limbo King right here, zooming under the limbo bars, and keeps his speed up all the way through.
And we got a tie between red and blue right now. I know you got to get back down to the field because we got to get ready for our next event. We'll see you later, Mo. And right now it's time for Steven to spill his guts.
Hi, I'm Stormin Steven Torres, and I'm really athletic. My favorite sports are soccer and karate. These sports help me get on guts because they improve my stamina and speed.
The next generation. Well, folks, here on Guts, we are training our players for competition at the level of Zero G. That's right. In space, our players will be making this next race. Let's go to Mo for the rules. Mo.
At the sound of my whistle, each player will race around the Zero G track. Fastest time wins. It sounds simple. On your mark, get set.
All right, folks, so as Brian gets started, now the clock starts once they make their move, not at the whistle, as he jumps over our obstacle right there and hustling his way around the track. He makes the turn right here and keeping his feet attacking. Good speed. He is flying through space in this horizontal motion and making great time as he comes flying across using his hands. He came right across the finish line. Terrific work right there for Burnin Brian Ingalls, and he went into that event tied for first place. Let's go to Mo and get the official results. Mo.
Brian clocked in at 19.4 seconds.
Excellent work right here. Now you saw how he went flying over that obstacle and then regained his balance using his whole body, flying right across the finish line. And I'll tell you, getting used to going into the horizontal motion and powering himself around that Zero G track. He is a little bit tired right there, but the number one sign is up. His time is going to be very tough to beat. So our next player, Steven, is set and ready. You saw his speed in the Blade Runner event. Let's see what we can do now as we put him at the Zero G level and see if he can reorient himself to use his speed in this event. He's tied for first place with Brian. Here we go.
On your mark, get set.
All right, folks, now it's extremely important to stay centered right here. Imagine being used to running at regular stand-up space, and now you got to go horizontally. And so he's got to really power himself. He's trying to lean up a little bit, and that is affecting his time. It doesn't look right now that he's going to make the time to beat. But remember, we have 4 events right here as he makes the turn and across. 4 events before the MegaCrag. So you got to really power yourself around there because Jenny has still yet to go. And let's talk to Mo and find out what Steven's results were. Mo.
Steven clocked in at 24.2 seconds.
All right. So Steven, trying to run through space, going right over that hurdle, trying to use the trampoline. Boom! Nice work. Concentrated, focused, powerful, making his way along the track, doing good work right there. And there's a look at Steven. He is a little sweaty and a little bit tired and putting the thumbs up. It was a good run for him, and we'll see what Jenny can do. Looks like she's ready. Mo.
On your mark, get set.
All right, folks, now you really have to keep your body straight as an arrow as you power yourself around that. And she's doing good time right now. She's got great form and right over that obstacle and regaining her composure. Let's see if she can pick up the speed. This is Jenny's event right here. Good turn right there. She's going to have to hustle, though. She's got about 4 seconds to get down the length of that second portion of our... But right now, she's doing good time, and she... with second place points, definitely, if that time is official. Let's go to Mo. Mo.
It is Mike. Jenny clocked in at 22 seconds even. So that puts Brian in first place, Jenny in second place, Steven in third place.
Okay, so that is terrific times for our players right there. They come here in the extreme arena. They are put on this horizontal contraption and then just taken off. A little sports fantasy. You put these guys up on the shuttle, no problem running around space, fixing satellites. If you're in a hurry, these guts athletes are ready to do some work right there. And so our players right here, a little thumbs up. Let's go to Mo and check out our leaderboard standings now. Mo.
Well, right now, Brian in blue is in the lead with 800 points. Steven in red is in second place with 600 points. Jenny in purple is in third place with 500 points.
All right, great job over here, and we have Brian right down on the floor. He took first place. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong camera. He's right over here. Now, Brian, what was it like hanging horizontally in that event?
It's tough. You got to keep your feet behind you or you'll fall.
You'll fall off and lose your balance, but you got first place points in that one. Excellent work. And right now it is time for Jenny to spill her guts.
Hi, my name is Jumpin' Jenny. I like to swim and skate. My favorite athlete is Shaquille O'Neal because he's strong and determined, just like I'm going to be on Guts.
Well, Jumpin' Jenny, perfect event for her next event because it is the mother of all elastic sports, a classic. I'm talking slam dunk, folks, and we're going to set our players on a little elastic cord and bungee style. They're going to be going up against a 12-foot hoop, seeing if they could dunk it. Kind of like, well, that's why I'm down here and they're up there. Let's go to Momo.
At the sound of my whistle, our players will grab a basketball, jump off the aerial bridge, bounce up and shoot. They'll have 60 seconds to score as many slam dunks as possible. All 3 players will compete at the same time, and baskets will only count if they are shot after the player has touched the ground. The player with the most baskets at the sound of the horn wins. Players, on your mark, get set.
Okay, folks, so you can see the concentration on our players' face, especially for Steven as Brian scores that hoop. Now, Brian is our leader going into this event and needs to keep this lead going into the MegaCrag. Now, Steven, who had a great performance in 0G, as you see Brian putting another one through the hoop and going up backwards. You see the quick return is extremely important. There's Jenny. Oh, and just missing at the rim. She miscalculated her shot right there, but has good form getting back up to the bridge. Steven is just dangling out there, having trouble, as is Jenny right now in purple. Brian, our leader, going into this event, again, just missing that shot. He's got to slam it through with a little more authority once he gets above the rim. And there's a nice soft touch from Jenny. Steven scores another one right there as Jenny is getting back up to the bridge. And again, Brian hanging. Steven trying to get another ball and get another shot off. Here's Jenny. We'll see what she can do at the buzzer right here. And a nice touch, but just off of the rim. Brian going back up with another score. So in this event, folks, all of our players having trouble getting back up to the aerial bridge. It's extremely important after you make the shot to immediately turn in the air, hit the ground, and get back up on the bridge. So as you can see, Brian, although he was having trouble getting back up on the bridge, did excellent work, and I believe he was the leader in that event. Let's go to Mo and find out the official results. Mo.
Yes, Mike. Brian came in first with 4 baskets. In second place, Stephen with 2. In third place, Jenny with 1.
Okay, folks, well, they call it taking it to the hole. Look at this guy. You want to talk leg power? Right up. Great form. Boom. There it is. Putting it right through the hoop and then right back into the aerial bridge right there. First place points for Brian. Let's go to Mo and check out our leaderboard. Mo.
Well, Brian is still in the lead with 1,100 points. In second place is Stephen in red with 800 points. In third place is Jenny in purple with 600 points.
Whoa, we got some fired up kids down here, and we got the MegaCrag coming up. You are our leader going into the crag. What do you think, Brian?
I can't give up. I still got to go.
You got to still go for it. Jenny, you're working up a little sweat there. You're looking good. You're looking warmed up. What are you thinking going into the crag?
Just what's expected, and I'll fight through it.
She's going to fight through it. Stephen, my man, you were the one with the speed in that last Blade Runner event. You showed speed. You showed strategy. What are you going to give us in the MegaCrag?
This is it, man. I'm going all the way. This is all me now.
All these guys down here, folks. That's right. They're going to the crag. I'm going to the crag. You come back. We got a big mountain coming up. Welcome back to Guts, folks, where the Extreme Arena is ready for our MegaCrag event. But right now, let's take a look at our leaderboard. Mo.
Well, after 4 events, Brian in blue is in the lead with 1,100 points. In second place, Stephen in red with 800 points. In third place, Jenny in purple with 600 points.
All right, so that is a look at where they stand. Now let's take a look at some second half highlights as you take a look at Stephen right here, trying to get started on the 0G track, jumping right over the transporter tubes and into the black hole, leaping over with nice form, but hit his shoulder into our track right there. And then there's Jenny. She took second place in this event. She was flying around this. Look at this leap right over here, over that hurdle. Fantastic form for Jenny right here, and made a good time. But our winner in this event, the edge of nothing, he came right around it. That was Brian. He's our winner. And going into that event with about, I don't know, I think it was 500 points. He got another 300-point finish on that one. You see Jenny going up for the basket right here, threading the needle, taking it to the hole. And there's a look at Stephen also. He finished second in this event. And first place points went to the man of the hour right now going into the MegaCrag. That was Brian. Nice form. Watch him as he goes right up, and nice work on that one. So folks, right now, as the competition has been very hot so far, it's about to get even hotter. In fact, the competition right here on Guts is so hot that our crag has taken on a new molten color. Now it's mega large, mega sharp, and mega challenging. From its very core, the shard zone has erupted into a tangled mass of petrified lava. And as our players stand at the base of that mountain, getting ready to climb, they will think about what they will encounter. Stone ledge, a horizontal rock climb between them and the top of our peak and the final actuator. Also, en route up to the top of the peak, they will encounter obstacles like snowstorms, floods, smoke, and of course, the nuclear flying crystals that will come out of the top of our mountain. The sound and fury of a dormant volcano ready to blow awaits our players. I hope they're ready. Let's go to Mo.
Players will start at the sound of my whistle. Each player has an identical side of the mountain to climb and may not cross into another player's path. Now, during their climb, our players must light up each of 8 targets located on their side of the crag. The first player to activate all of the targets, including the final one at the peak of the crag, will receive first place points. Mike.
So an identical side of the mountain for our players to climb right now. The aggro crag has been transformed into this mega crag with barricades our players will have to get over. They must concentrate on each and every actuator. If they miss an actuator, as Mo said, they will be disqualified. And so folks, as they await this climb to the top of that peak, let me remind you that the points, they have skyrocketed in this event. Third place being worth 375 points. Second place, 550 points. And first place, 725 points. So right now, our leader, Brian, with 1,100 points. Steven behind him with 800. And Jenny with 600. They think about their climb to the top of that peak. I think we're ready to go. Let's kick it off, Mo.
Players, on your mark, get set.
All right, that whistle. Our players begin to climb up Boulder Canyon. There's our leader, Brian in blue. As you take a look at Steven, hitting the first actuator, he's going to have to pivot and get up to the second one as the nuclear flying crystals come raining down on our players. And the snow tries to trip our players up on their way. You see Brian right there hitting the actuators. And there, getting a snowstorm in her face. That was Jenny, but it looks like right now Steven is in the lead. Steven in the lead in red. He's in the middle. Right behind him, that's Brian hitting the actuator with his foot. Good strategy on that one. There's Jenny, but at the top of our mountain, it looks like Steven all alone at the top. All alone at the top, that's Steven. Victory for him at the top of our MegaCrag. And right now, for second place, it looks like right here, that's Jenny in purple. Jenny in purple, but at the top of the crag right there was Brian in blue. Brian was our leader, and if that's official, we'll have about 550 points. Let's go to Mo and get the official results. Boom.
In first place on the MegaCrag, Steven in red. In second place, Brian in blue. In third place, Jenny in purple.
All right, folks, take a look at the replay right here. If you can see through that snow, you'll see Brian hitting that actuator and making the turn, going for the second one, trying to find his way up. Now, they've never climbed this mountain before, folks, so it's all a surprise as they try to make their way to the top of the peak. Right here, though, Steven taking on the MegaCrag, no problem. This guy was climbing like Spider-Man. Nothing stopping this guy all the way up the top of that mountain. Talk about pure athletic form. This guy could take on Mount Everest after that climb. He knows how to climb, folks, and let's go to Mo and check out our final leaderboard standings. Mo.
Here they are, Mike. In third place today, Jenny in purple, 975 points. In second place, Steven in red, 1,525 points. Our winner today, Brian in blue, 1,650 points.
And so, the bronze medal going to our terrific competitor, Jenny. Jenny in purple with a terrific performance on our zero-G track, showing her fearlessness as she attacked that space race. Terrific performance by her. The silver medal going to Steven. Steven, who won our MegaCrag event. Fantastic competitor with a lot of form and energy here today. Deserves that silver medal. And the gold, ladies and gentlemen, will be going to Brian. Brian in blue. This man right there in each and every event we played here today. A magnificent performer. Way to go. I'm going to go over here and talk to our players right now. Hey, my man, you did a great job on the crag. How'd it feel?
Oh, it was great, man. Just getting on the top of that mountain, knowing I was the first one there. Oh, God, best feeling in the world.
All right, my man. And Jenny, I'll tell you, you were a terrific competitor here today. How'd it feel to be competing on guts?
Great, it was the best experience of my life.
Well, I'll tell you what, great experience. This man right here taking home the gold. Time to give him a glowing piece of that awesome rock. How do you feel, Brian?
Great.
Man, all right. This man, no ifs, ands, or buts. These kids got guts. See you next time. Do you have it?
Do you have it? Do you have it? Do you have it?
Strive, guts and strength, guts and valor, equals bravery, equals power. So ask yourself, do you have it?
Do you have it?
Such was recorded in front of a live audience at Nickelodeon Studios in Orlando at Universal Studios, Florida.